up, y'all? It's me, Erica, and we are down here. Peace, y'all. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. Here we go. What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica, and we are down here to talk about love and marriage. Huntsville. I have other videos like over the weekend that I need to edit. I tried to edit them yesterday, but I was on the kitty cloud, and when I was on the kitty cloud, I fell asleep. So that was it for that. Let's see. So we're going to talk about love and marriage, Huntsville. All right, let's go. Before I get started, I was watching Tabitha Speaks. Shout out to Tabitha Speaks. She was showing images of what was presented as Wanda show enough loaded potatoes. Did y'all see it? When I tell you it looked like a trough of dog food, it didn't look good. Let me tell you something. A baked potato loaded with greens, mac and cheese, asparagus, soul food as the toppings for a loaded potato. A lot of soul food already looks like mush anyway, and you want to put it on top of a mushy potato. It literally looked like a to-go plate for a dog party, at a dog party. I'm gonna take this to go for my dog. I'm gonna take this back, like you went to a dog's birthday party and they had to-go plates. And then she had the nerve to have like little corn muffins on the sides, like bookends on the potato. Did y'all see that? No, thank you. It didn't even look appetizing. It didn't even look edible. Wanda, you're going to go back to the drawing board. I think that is an awful idea to put soul food on top of a baked potato. I thought it was going to be something like, you know, she makes a good broccoli and cheese with, or a good chili on top of a potato. Girl, what? Or some like bacon, or, you know, with the sour cream and the cheese, the different types of cheese. That just looked like this woman can cook and I'm going to throw some shit on top of a baked potato. That shit look nasty as fuck. I'm sorry. I would never eat from that. I wouldn't eat from that food truck. Nope, not at all. Not at all. So, honey, I was posting Megan all day on my page. She was at Coachella. Did you see Megan at Coachella? Let's get into this story here. Okay, so let me go back to the top of my thread. I was live tweeting as I was watching it. So first things first, we start off with where we left off, where Tisha is running out of her business because her cousin was sitting there bringing up old shit. She just couldn't take it anymore. She walked out. She stormed out. She didn't know what to do. LaTisha looking like, girl, I don't even know what to do. Let me call Kimmy. So she calls Kimmy. Kimmy, hey, Kimmy, I'm real upset. I'm shaking right now. She's telling her. She's like, what happened? So as she's telling her, Miss Thing comes out the door and she starts looking around, fixing her, looking around, looking for her cousin, fixing her dread thing like that. So she walks up to her and she was like, girl, so who else you talking to me about? She's like, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about just what happened, this and that. So Kimmy is still on the phone this whole time. So her and the cousin is going back and forth. Girl, you bringing up something from 5 years ago and you're still holding on to that. It was something that I told Mel, but now you over at Mel's house. So you're holding a grudge against me for something that I told Mel 5 years ago. And you and Mel are now cool enough where you can tell her my fucking business. Is that so I'm clear? So you doing, she said now, so you doing to me what you said I was doing to you. Girl, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about what just happened. She's like, I can't do it anymore. I can't do it anymore. If you have a problem with it, we've talked for 3 hours about it. I'm not going to talk another 3 hours about it. If you have a problem with it, it's you that has the problem. And I'm not going to be the one to solve it. I did my best. I cannot continue to do this anymore. My tweet says, Miss Cousin is bringing up old stuff because she wants to be on TV. You bring up something from 5 years ago. That's whack. Girl, bye. That's all you getting from me. You're not getting anything else from me. We go and visit, Martell goes and visit Maury, and they sitting there having a conversation about the book signing. And he tells him that he lied and told him that Melody didn't allow for the kids to come to their book signing. She didn't allow them to do it. And then he does mention, oh, well, she would say it wasn't my week. So Maury says, well, at the end of the day, it's for the kids. You know, she could have brought the kids or whatever. My thing from a parent's perspective, I'm with Melody from a parent's perspective. From a child's perspective, they are going to have a problem with you. When they get old enough to understand that we had our first book signing and you didn't want to take us because it wasn't your week, they will have a problem with it. I guarantee you. I guarantee you. And she will have to explain, I was not trying to do forwards and back bends for your father. I made enough accommodations and compromises for him throughout our relationship together. When it was time for you guys to have your book signing, it was my week. We were already going out of town. You know, she's gonna have to repair that, because that's not gonna be, you know, right now it's like me, but you didn't think about the children. And, you know, from a child's perspective, I would have told her, take the children. Even if you drop them off, you don't need to be around Martell. She says she doesn't want to film with Martell at all. I totally understand that. She doesn't want to film with him. But those kids, they're not going, when they look back at that, they're not going to be happy about that. So you're going to have to make amends when it comes to that. Maurice says, not Maurice, Dolphin Lips. What does he say? He tells him, were you embarrassed? He was like, hell yeah, I was embarrassed. I'm still embarrassed. No, you should be embarrassed that you destroyed your empire for some pussy. That's what you should be embarrassed about. Not embarrassed because you was looking like a fool because you planned an event with your children on a week that you didn't have them. You should be embarrassed. He says he gave her enough notice. I said, why is he lying? We won't know, and that would require a receipt. How long did you tell Melody? She said it was 2 days. I don't know how long he said it was. I don't really believe stuff that Martell says. It's something that has to be like verified. We need a second step verification when it comes to things that Martinez says, or Martez, whatever the fuck his name is. So Martell asked Maury if he can buy back into Skull. They keep playing, this thing that sounds like a sword being like unsheathed. It's like, it goes like, it's like the sound that they make when something is supposed to be like, like, oh, pay attention to this. It sounds like a sword. It's just like, it's this noise that they make. I'm gonna see if I can find it. They do it in every single scene. Pay attention, or this should be something that kind of, activates your emotions. It's very like intentional where they place this sound and they do it in every single scene.
Melody didn't bring the kids. A whole lot of kids.
Anyway, so he says he gave her enough notice. We don't know. I'm not sure. So, I don't know why I wrote this. Does Maury know that LaTisha doesn't trust him? Does he think because he says it, someone will believe him? I don't know why I said that. But basically he says because LaTisha is the majority shareholder, which I think is really good if she's the one that set that up, or he might be lying. That's another thing. It's so hard to like even like enjoy or listen to the conversation because everything they say you got to be like, is he telling the truth? Because as soon as he said that LaTisha was the majority shareholder in the business, I was like, oh, he's lying just to put that on her. But if she is actually the majority shareholder of that business, shout out to her and kudos to her for making that happen. All right, so then they get to Kimmy and Montrose. And I posted this picture because I said, how many years are Montrose and Kimmy apart? The way she speaks to him is almost like this babying way. And she looks at him like she's really proud, like a son. It kind of threw me off. I remember she's a little older than him. Do y'all know how many years? Someone says that Kimmy is 52 and Montrose is 44. But I posted this picture on Twitter, and the way that she was looking at him, you see how she's looking at him? She just looks like a proud, she just looks so proud, and he just looks like I'm her proud son. It was just a little off for me the way that she was just like, and then she does like this babying talk to him, and I was like, I know that sometimes with your significant other you might change your voice, and I know that a lot of women do that to like make themselves small. They start talking in baby talk with men to kind of like unarm the man, and to make it seem like I'm just this girl. They do that. Man, I ain't changing my voice. Shit. Fuck you, nigga. Anyways, Kimmy is really pretty. So we get to Montrose and Destiny. She goes to his office. She says she's had some financial issues or whatever. So I guess, he does good with credit repair and stuff like that. So she's going to go see if he can help her with that. So they sit down and they start having a conversation. And she's saying that based on the consequences of her divorce, that she has been put in a bind in a way, like her finances. She is using her personal savings to fund her business. After she got a divorce, like Martell, I think after you get a divorce, your credit score does drop. So she is having a conversation with him. She told him she was on public assistance, and he was like, a PPP loan? She was like, no. I was thrusted into poverty after I married this man. I said I would like to know more about Destiny and LeBron's relationship and why they got a divorce. How long were they married? Somebody said that they were married. Where's the answer to this? I thought somebody had told me they were married like 3 years, or they were together 5 years, and then they got married, and then it was the divorce. I don't know what happened, and I don't know if they can't talk about it, but I just don't understand. 3 weeks after you gave birth, did you think that the baby was going to change something? Maybe if I bring this baby, like, did you pull a 1974, I'm going to have this baby and it's going to help our marriage type of situation? He's just explaining to Montrose that she, there's things that she had to do, how the divorce kind of, she had to, take care of her kids. She had to close down her beauty supply a couple times because she doesn't have a tribe. She doesn't have a village. She doesn't have none of that. Wherever she's from, she should move back. If that's where her support system is, she should move back. She shouldn't be in a state or a city where you move there because of him, and now you're divorced, and now you got to make your way in this. Don't do that. I tried doing that. I was like, this is not, don't do that. When I was in Atlanta, I was like, can I stay here? No, I need a support system. Even though when I came back home, like, my support system was like, it went away. But you shouldn't be around if you don't have a village, you don't have a tribe, and you're going through all those things. So I can understand what she was going through in terms of like having to close things down. I have to watch my kid. I have to go. I don't know. She got on public assistance. I don't know in what form it was. I don't know what happened. But then when she said, I had something the other day, he asked her, he was like, what about your tribe? And she was like, I really don't talk to Melody that much anymore. I don't talk to her at all. And she said that LaTisha was her enemy. I talk to LaTisha more now. I had something the other day that I was going through, and I couldn't call Mel. He was like, well, who did you call? She was like, I called Tisha. And their bond and their relationship has been growing. And I don't think it's in spite of Melody. I think it was just like, okay, we're growing closer together. I don't think that Destiny went to become Tisha's friend because her and Melody are not getting along. I don't know if that's the case. But the way that Melody is making it seem like you went and became friends with my op. Girl, we were all cool last season. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? We was on vacations and stuff together. You have never mentioned to me like, bitch, Tisha is whatever, girl, but I don't fuck with her like that. You have never said that, or nobody has let us know that you said that to her. So when you're acting that way about her being LaTisha's friend, everybody's like, girl, we didn't know. So that's what Destiny was telling Montrose. She was like, I didn't know that LaTisha was her enemy. I had no clue. So she's like upset with me about that. I think it was a nice talk. I think he had a nice talk with her. I think that he was very present. He gave her some good advice. And he told her basically, if Tisha's the person that's there for you, that's where you need to invest your time. Put the effort into the relationships where the people are also putting in the effort. And then that's with, like, when I tell you, that's with every relationship, from family to fucking. Everything is the same. You know what I'm saying? The relationship is the same. If you're not putting effort into the relationship, I'm putting more effort to the relationship. It's no longer mutually beneficial. Let's part ways. Mari goes over there to talk to Tisha about Martinez wanting to buy back into Skull. I love the conversation that they had. And like I said here, I said, I'm with Tisha. Martez has broken trust and tried to burn their house down. No partnership because the risk is too volatile and emotional. You just don't put your family business at risk like that. Smart move. I thought this was a really good episode. It just had a lot of meat. It was full, rich. Like Dr. Osefo says, it's rich. That's rich. It was a rich episode. I'm with Tisha. There's nothing to discuss. First of all, we were in business with you. You and my husband, I don't know what y'all be doing together or whatever, but you tried to say that my husband was cheating on me with 12 women. I don't trust you. I would never do business with you because you really tried to destroy my family. Melody did it too. Melody and Martell both went around the neighborhood while their house was on fire and poured lighter fluid around everybody else's house, and one poured the lighter fluid and the other one threw the match. They did. We all know that they did, and when LaTisha says you tried to destroy my marriage, you did. So no, we definitely can't do business together. I don't trust you. What's going to happen when you get mad again? What you going to do? Mm-mm. We could collaborate. You can run your own entity, but you can't come over here. And I don't blame her. I'm with her. She was like, no. So now Melody and Destiny go meet up. They sit down. As soon as they sit down, Melody goes, well, let's get right into it. So when you say, let's get right into it, and then you start hopscotching and shit around the fucking issue, asking her, like I said, this is what I said online. Melody is so tired. She said, let's get into it, then starts to conduct an HR interview and hopscotch around the issue. If you're the one with the problem, don't ask me why do I think I'm here like you're some guidance counselor. So why do you think we're here? Why do you think that Girl, I'm telling y'all now, this is not a Melody Stan page. I know there is a lot of you who are Team Melody Holt or Team Melody Cherie because of her issues with Martell. But outside of that bitch is an asshole. She really is. And you didn't hear LaTisha and Destiny talking about you. All you heard and all you've told us that you heard was She's a Scorpio. Well, you know she's a Scorpio. So, bitch, we clocked the way that you move. We clocked that you are very big on loyalty. We also clocked that you will get somebody back in a roundabout way. Yes, you are a Scorpio. And then be like, I didn't, what? Me? No. I don't have any problems with you while you got somebody else doing the dirty work. While you talking shit to somebody else about Destiny to the point where that person feels like they can't do business with her. Oh, that's how you move. Very Scorpion. Very Scorpion. So you mad about that when you actually are demonstrating the behaviors and the characteristics that's outlined in all of the textbooks about how Scorpios move? You mad about that? Oh, you mad because y'all think, because a lot of Scorpios think that they're mysterious. Well, y'all are a fixed sign. So that means you're predictable and we can see your ass coming from a mile away. We let y'all think y'all mysterious, but you're fixed and predictable. And once we figured out the pattern, we got you. The jig is up. The jig is up. I've been clocked Melody. I told y'all from when I started reviewing this show, I didn't like her personality. I feel bad for her for what happened with her and Martell, but her as a friend, Melody is something else. Martez, the village liar, told Mel that he speaks to Destiny every day, and now all of a sudden you don't know if he's telling the truth or not. I don't know. She said, you know, that's a damn lie. Basically, Melody went to some girl, basically telling her not to fuck with Destiny. In so many words, whatever she told her, the woman made a decision not to fool with Destiny. Destiny lost business. That's how she got back at you. So when she turns around and says she saw you like a sister, she's telling another lie. Because there's no way you saw this woman as a sister and as a new divorced woman would take money out of her mouth by way of her business. You don't like her and you mad at her because she's still friends with Martell when she was Martell's friends first. And instead of you doing what you need to do in the relationship to sever the ties, you expected Destiny to follow some code and follow behind you. Destiny said, I followed girl code. Every time I saw Martell, I was giving him the blues about the way he was treating Melody. But I'm not going to sever ties because he's still my friend. I don't like what he did to you. I don't like how he treated you. I don't like that he went out and had a baby, but he's still my friend. So I'm not going to stop talking to him at all. And what you should have did, because you know that actually Kimmy, Montrose, Martinez, they none of your friends. None of them are your friends. I don't even know why you on this show. Because none of these people, all of these people are Martell's friends. And if you thought, like a lot of people think, oh, when me and my husband break up, his friends, they're not your friends no more. It may be one or two, and then that will dwindle out after a while because we no longer have anything in common mutually. Or what we had in common was Martell. And you want me to push Martell to the side to be cool with you when you told me last season that, oh, I don't need a village, but I'll be your village. And then when she said, I haven't talked to Mel, you bring out some text messages saying that she lied. I haven't talked to you on the phone, girl. You and I used to talk every day, and now we don't talk at all. You ghosted me. And then we send a couple of texts to each other, but we really are not communicating like we used to be. So what are you trying to prove, Melody? And then you accuse her of being cool with Martell when that was her friend first. Martell was her friend. She was Martell's friend. She became your friend. And like I said here, Melody expected Destiny not to be cool with Martez anymore and made that the issue instead of telling Destiny, girl, you and I are going to have to break up because I don't want you to have to end your relationship with your friend. I met you through him. If you want to continue the relationship with him, I am no longer in relationship with him. You and I are going to have to modify the way our relationship looks because I really don't feel comfortable being cool with anybody who's cool with now you can classify as an op, as an enemy. Tisha, girl, whatever. But him, yeah, I could see that. And instead of Melody actually taking the responsibility and breaking up with Destiny, she put the burden on Destiny to make a choice between her and Martell. Instead of you being like, girl, you're my ex-husband's friend. I'm not going to talk to you. We're not going to be talking as much. Because I don't even want to tell you to adjust your relationship with him. But because you're friends with him, I don't want to be around it. So you and we're going to have to, step back a little bit in the way that we, relate to each other. Why make that her burden? She should have severed ties and told her why. And I don't like how Destiny was the one asking for a village and trying to be that for each other. And Mel told Destiny she didn't need a village. But now she's saying Destiny isn't being a village to her because she's talking to LaTisha. It sounds like you're just coming up with any excuse instead of saying you're still Martell's friend and I don't want to be your friend anymore. So you're trying to give her all these things. You did this. You're being a bad friend. You're friends with my frenemy and my op and all this other stuff. All that high-pitched screeching, talking and stuff. She stuffing grapes in her mouth because she couldn't keep a straight face. Because you full of shit, Mel. You full of shit. You full of shit, girl. That's why you couldn't keep. You need a better actor. Whoever is your acting coach, get with Melody because she couldn't keep a straight face while she was talking her shit. She's lying. That's what I said. She didn't look at her as a sister. She kept stuffing grapes in her mouth because she couldn't even keep a straight face. Yeah, I got it right. Melody is the ringleader of this circus. She is. I'm not condescending. Don't put that narrative out there. Don't put that narrative out there. Yes, you are condescending. You are a Scorpio, ma'am. You are fully embodied as one, acting like nothing bothers you, but doing shit on the side, undercover. We know y'all MO. We know how y'all move. And if it takes you 5 years to get back to somebody, you will wait and still act like nothing is bothering you. And then when something happens, oh, you lost business? I don't know. I had a conversation with her. I don't know what she decided after we had that talk. What'd you tell her, bitch? I'm not condescending. Don't put that narrative out there. Girl, Destiny was like, Lord have mercy. Destiny, like I said on Twitter, let her steal the scene. That's what she wanted to do. She wanted to come in, over talk, blame you for being a bad friend when she didn't have enough pussy to tell you to break up with you. That's all it is. She didn't have enough pussy to break up with you. She ghosts people. And that's what Tisha said she does. That was my experience with her. And if they were talking about you, about the experience they had with you, then 2 people have had the same experience with you, but you telling them not to put a narrative out there. If it walks like a duck, bitch. Next week, baby, Wanda is going to meet with Miss Cousin to let her know you mentioned my daughter's name. When you mentioned her name, you mentioned mine. I'm coming through with my finger waves, bitch, and I'm going to cuss your ass out. That was the end of the episode. It was actually a really good episode. Melody is full of shit. She is. She's full of shit. And she said, don't put that narrative out there. Don't put that narrative out there. I am not condescending. Girl, bye. Anyways, y'all, take care of each other. Protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. Peace.